Welcome to the Lead Pedal Podcast with your host Bruce Outridge, where he talks all things trucking. Now let's get rolling.
How's everybody doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Lead Pedal Podcast. I'm your host, Bruce Outridge. Today, we're going to be giving you a lighter episode because we know this is falling on Boxing Day if you're in Canada or the UK. Others may not be having that, but we know it's the Christmas holidays and nobody's really listening to podcasts. So we just thought we would recap since we don't have a featured truck. We had our winner last week, which was the Skillix, I call it the Skillix beige truck. I don't know if there's an actual name for it. Sometimes they name them, sometimes they don't, or sometimes I just make it up. You know how that goes. Before we tell you about some of the featured trucks we've had over the years that have been in the winning categories, let me tell you a little bit about a place that makes every truck look awesome, and that's our friends over at Chrome Supply Warehouse. You really want to make sure that you have their stuff on your truck. Many of the trucks that buy their stuff from Chrome Supply Warehouse seem to win, and that's not because they're part of the conference. That's how good their parts are. So if you want to be in the winning category no matter which show you're in, then ChromeSupplyWarehouse.com is where you need to go, and go and check out the team. There is amazing. The parts are amazing. This facility is amazing. Just jump off the highway at exit 538 on the 401 in between Toronto and Montreal. They're in Belleville, Ontario, and you can go and check out all the stuff they got to do there. And I tell you, that is a very, very cool place to hang out for sure. They got room for 100 trucks, so go hang out with your buddies for sure. All right, so let's get into some of the trucks that we've had over the years. Our featured truck contest is going to be changing as of January. Listen for the first episode in January. We'll be explaining what we're going to do as far as the featured trucks. We're going to be changing it up a little bit, but I think it's the reason we started that featured truck was to just showcase the hard-working men and women that are not only doing a great job in the industry, but keeping their rides and presenting the industry the way it should be. So we wanted to recognize that. I've always been that type of driver, and I know our friend over at Chrome Supply Warehouse, Brett, has been that kind of driver as well. In fact, he won one of the featured truck. So how did we start the featured truck contest? Well, we had a featured truck every Friday, and I was just doing that to just showcase featured trucks, that I thought were cool, that I see at shows, people that I've interviewed, all that kind of stuff. And then we thought, well, you know what? Why not make it a little more friends and fans and do one that is showcased as the best of the year out of the featured trucks that we showcased that year. So this became kind of a thing, and it started with our first featured truck, which was called for a place west, and the owner had this beautiful Peterbilt that had the big bunk. I thought it was an 86 there, and it was a cool ride, and he did that, and then first winner, and I don't think we got anything. We might have gotten them a t-shirt. We didn't have anything to give them. Then the next one came in. It was JTS. It's an 86 Peterbilt from Joe Schetto, and he had this beautiful ride that it was an old JTS Peterbilt that he redone, and this thing is just a sweet ride. Are amazing. Then we had our friend Trevor Neal, which was with Anderson Haulage in 2022. He won with his Peterbilt, which was this really nice. It was a gravel hauler. It was a day cab Peterbilt. He hauls a rolling gravel wagon there, and it was just a beautiful ride, and just the pride that he put into that was enough. And again, all of these are voting. I try not to even vote. These were all voted by our fan club members, so that was very cool. Brett Akey won with his 1978 Peterbilt 352 custom cab over. He brought this out. Now I'm starting to notice a trend. Whichever truck comes out that year is kind of the one that seems to get a lot of, they come out and they hit all the shows. And this is what happened with Brett. It happened back in with Joe back in 2021. His came out. That was the first year that anybody had seen it, and it became this big ride. And then 2022, Anderson Haulage had a lot of people at the Great Canadian Show. That's where we picked that one from. And then Brett Akey came out with his cab over that year, and it's been a 10-year build, and it finally came out and just blew the market away in 2023. And then we had the Skillix guys come out with their Daryl Koch came out with Why So Serious. I call it Why So Serious. It's the purple Peterbilt with the Joker on it. Some people call it the Joker Peterbilt. This one came out and, of course, started winning all shows that year. That was in 2024. And then we have the 2025 one, which is now another Skillix Peterbilt, a 2026 Peterbilt that came out mid-year this year and hit all the shows and just started winning left and right. And that's that seems to be what happened. So that one was our winner for the finals, and for 2025, that's going to be our new one. So we're going to have to think of how to do this contest in the future. It's hard when you've got an 1954 LTL Mac in with a 2026 Pete. It's very hard to choose, but they attempted to do it. So congratulations to all of those great winners. I think it's cool to have a featured truck of the year. I think it kind of pushes everybody to do better, and but we're still focused on those people who are just good, hardworking people that are showing pride in their ride and doing what they can. So thank you to all the truck drivers doing that for us. We really appreciate it. All right, so there you go. That's our prize pack. That's our featured trucks. They've won some pretty good prizes. If you want to go to our Lead Pedal Best Featured Trucks playlist on YouTube, you can see what people have won over the years and all that kind of stuff, and it's going to be pretty cool. And we're going to go out with this one here. Our friends over at Ontario Truck Driving School want to know if you want to start your career in the trucking industry, then all you .com to get them going and figure out what's when you're going to be all set to go. All right, my friends, have a good one there. We will talk to you later. Be good out there. Be safe. Happy holidays, and we will talk to you.
This has been another episode of the Lead Pedal Podcast. For more information or to subscribe to the podcast, visit the leadpedalpodcast.com and be sure to follow the podcast on Facebook and Twitter.